Welcome back, Everyday Leaders. I'm Melanie Ake, your host for the show, coming to you from JP the Geek Studio in Greenwood, Indiana. I am thrilled to have you here with us today. Join me as we connect and celebrate with remarkable business leaders from our very own community. They're redefining the way we think and grow. And we have another exciting segment for you from Brad Goedeker, Rascals Fun Zone. You're going to hear the world of business innovation from an inspirational leader. Welcome, Brad.
Thank you very much, Melanie. Glad to be here.
This is awesome. We have been spending a little bit of time together, just getting to know more about you. And I love the concept of having fun. That's my word, is fun. And people will say, well, what does that mean? And I think it is for me to try to get people outside of their comfort zone to do something to get them to think differently. So Rascals Fun Zone is all about having fun.
Yes, we are a family entertainment center that is focused on having different kinds of events and attractions and unique things to get people, young or old, to smile and have a good time together. Mm-hmm. And so we're just actively trying to, grow what we have there and, make it enjoyable and reach new audiences.
It's awesome. You're in Whiteland, Indiana, so you're in Johnson County here in the county seat, basically. And so much is going on, and so many businesses are growing. You're part of the Aspire Johnson County group, and so we've grown over 200 members with Aspire here in the last year, which is awesome because you've been a part of that growth. And so our business owners are getting to know you and your involvement because you've been an owner for a year, right?
Yeah, we turned over 1 year of ownership in early August, and not turning back, just trying to, connect with others. There's so many people that are so inspiring in the area, starting up their own thing or taking over, something else that somebody started and just, looking out for each other. It's not cutthroat. It's how do I help each other and serve and help you to learn from my mistakes? And I've really enjoyed being part of Aspire and, networking and meeting with different people. It's been very helpful for my development for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always fun to meet new businesses that come into the community because you think, okay, now, so what's your story? What did you do and how did you get here? And I love your story because it's kind of similar to mine being in healthcare and the mindset of taking care of people. So where did you start your journey?
So, yeah, we've enjoyed getting to know each other here, talking about our healthcare backgrounds. But, yeah, I grew up in this area in Johnson County and went to Franklin College myself. Ultimately, I became a pharmacist and really enjoyed that, working in a couple different roles. Most recently, I helped start a new health plan in Indiana. And then it was kind of what's next after this. And we were able to, meet and, form kind of a nice relationship with the previous owners of Rascals. And we were able to make that transition happen. And now I'm, devoted full time to, cultivating a great environment for the team that we have there. Some really, really wonderful people. So I'm just so fortunate, and we're always adding some new folks. A lot of first jobs for a lot of people, and so I get to help hopefully mentor them and help them see what it's like and what you should expect from your employer and your boss or leader or what have you. And so now it's solving a new set of problems and trying to make sure that this business that's been around since the mid 90s takes on a modern 2023 feel and energy and is there for the next generation of people.
Mm-hmm. So if you're listening to this and you're in Indianapolis and you haven't been down to Whiteland, just go down 31. It's on the east side of 31, and you're heading down to Franklin. But it's really convenient because now Whiteland has the interstate exit, and you've got the Franklin exit. So in between all of that, actually, you're kind of right where the tornado hit.
It is. It missed our business by probably a half mile or less, just to the south of us. We escaped major damage. We had some lingering problems, and certainly lots of folks, had their lives and businesses interrupted for a significant period of time, including us.
So the tornado came right down through where you are located in your business. And that was really scary for a lot of our business owners, just a lot of people in our community. But you really rallied around people and tried to help them think of the good things that could be possible to just come back and help them develop ideas and strategies to get through the really bad times.
Yeah, so I mean, we definitely are counting our blessings that we didn't have a direct hit from the tornado. But I mean, certainly we were closed a number of days, and we had some minor damage, but nothing too substantial. And so we used that time to, try to, get people back, improve where we could, and then, see what we could do for the community at that time. And so like some of the people that were just so severely impacted, I mean, their lives were completely consumed with what to do next when, like their house was, devastated, or they lost their possessions, or they had to relocate, or what have you. Mm-hmm. And so we worked with a bunch of other business leaders and community leaders, and, we're like, hey, come, when you're ready, come over and see us, and, have a day on us where you're not thinking about your house or, what went wrong, and let us, just try to put a smile on your face for a period of time. And so now having the opportunity to do these kinds of things, it's very, very rewarding.
Mm-hmm. You guys have the right mindset. I think that's what's so great is people need to know about what you do in your business and that it's available. You don't have to go very far. If you live in Johnson County, you're right here locally for all of us to get involved in. And so for people that are thinking about, I have a small group, what's too small, what's too big?
So I don't think there is too small or too big. When it comes to people bringing groups in, usually we consider a group, 15 people or more. But we have people come, like they send inquiries, directly to me through our website or through email or sometimes through Facebook Messenger even, pretty much every single day. And we try to figure out, okay, what are you looking to do, days and times and activities, and, what's your budget? And, we come up with some sort of product that really works well for them. And we have some mega groups too, both inside and outside. And so it's important to note we have a lot of space. We have 11 acres there right on 31, 48,000 square feet of indoor space. Outside, we have 2 big pavilion spaces that we host large company events. And so we've been very, very fortunate. We've had events upwards of 300-400 people, and it's no problem whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And so some of these even we'll work with outside caterers to come in. We've had a coffee bar come in before and serve one of our groups. We've had big indoor events where we're closed to the public, but we have like a company come in and do a big team building and luncheon and that sort of thing. And so, I mean, if you can dream it, I can help make it happen.
Oh, I love that. And so when you think about all the things that you've learned and you're doing this business with your brother, which I think is really awesome, because sometimes you think about that mentor, that someone that's close to you to really give you that inspiration. You've got to have somebody to lean on to run ideas by of like what's next or what's the possibilities and how can we really think differently. You're partnering. So for Greenwood, the community really needs to know what kind of partnerships that you offer or looking for internships to just partnering with some of the schools that we were talking about. So how do those programs work?
Sure. So, I mean, we do a lot of everything. And so, I mean, I've been asked to come speak to some business classes and entrepreneurship classes, both at Franklin College, Whiteland High School, the middle school. But we do other things as well. So we created the Reading for Rascals program, and so we partner with some principals, sometimes the PTOs of various schools, really interested and motivated teachers, and we help develop a program that rewards kids for putting in significant effort and growth and, a desire to learn. And so instead of, like sometimes doing all of that, the result of being a terrific reader is enough. But sometimes it's like, well, hey, that's not enough. Let's go ahead and, have you come out and have a good time on us too. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit extra incentive. So we do a lot of incentive programs for people. We've even done that with a Whiteland Wrestling Club. We're selling cotton candy as a fundraiser, and it's like, hey, anybody that really works hard and goes above and beyond, then we'll have them come in and have a time on us, And so it's like, yeah, like let's just see what we can do to get people to be enthusiastic. And we want to see new faces in Rascals a lot. So.
Hi, this is Melanie Ake. When you visit everydayleaders.com, you'll find valuable resources to become a better leader in your life. Women's leadership programs, including Top Floor Women, our monthly networking events, corporate workshops, and strategic business coaching services. Discover classes and products to develop yourself, including our morning leadership devotionals. Don't forget, order one of my inspirational books, sign up for classes, or pick up some gear in the Leader Store. Listen to the Everyday Business Leaders podcast, apply to be a guest in our studio, or even sponsor your own commercial advertisement. Contact us today at everydayleaders.com. I want you to talk about this leadership mindset because I'm just fascinated by watching people grow like you have, to think about starting in one space and then being where you are. Like that whole transition of, oh, I'm going to, when we were young, like, oh, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to do this career. And people think of pharmacy as like, well, that's something that you do forever. Mm-hmm. But you said, I want to learn this and then I want to grow into the next thing. You used it as kind of a stepping stone. So what would you say the fundamentals that you learned from pharmacy that now you have taken and developed that into even a bigger possibility?
That's a fantastic question for me, and kind of teed it up perfect, I guess. So if you're not always looking to grow and learn, it's you didn't finish your high school or your college or your graduate program. Okay, that's it. And now I'm going to go implement. You should still be learning and growing, whether that's textbook material or whether that's you're developing yourself as a leader. Or a manager or what have you. And so I always struggle when I hear people say, oh, this is what I think my dream job would be. And I'm like, that is a term that is really outdated. I mean, what you think you want right now, but if you really put forth your effort and, your attention and really try to produce, you're going to learn so much. It's going to lead to the next thing. If you're static and not moving, then there's going to be a real problem. And so, I mean, I did that with pharmacy. I mean, I was all in learning and growing and serving my patients and, trying to support my team and, providing an excellent place to work for my teammates. Then it leads to the next thing and the next thing. And at this point it was like, okay, let's try something on your own and not working for, a Fortune 5 company any longer. And so I'm trying to take, some of that enthusiasm and motivation to this. And so I have some really wonderful and talented people on my team now that I'm trying to help, provide opportunities for and grow and develop. And we'll see where that leads. But it's a lot of fun. I don't have to worry about on a daily basis about, getting some minutia wrong that could really, impact somebody negatively. And it's like, okay, hey, I didn't buy the right set of toys or, prizes for some of our games. Okay,
it's not pink enough, right?
Yeah, that wasn't loud enough or bright enough or, the right color. Oh, that's okay. We'll try again. Mm-hmm. Those are some positives. But yeah, it's so much fun to, constantly learn and try new things. And in this industry, like the entertainment space, there are people all over the country that are, new laboratories of trying things to see what, folks in the public like, and kids or teenagers or adults or what have you. And then we can learn from them. And so it's not like my competitors aren't in California or in Texas. And so, the folks are oftentimes, eager to share what's working for them. And so hopefully we can bring more fun and more excitement to the people here in, central Indiana and beyond.
That's so awesome. I love this, what you challenge us to think about is taking a risk, right? Having this abundance mindset and not being so scared about change. Because once you do something that's different, then you start to put the people around you that help you grow. I want to know, I didn't ask you this earlier, but so what are the kinds of conferences that you get to go to?
Fun ones. Yeah. They are. When you get out and, get to meet other, industry leaders and, bowling or just entertainment center space. I'm looking forward to, so I sent my general manager to a conference a couple weeks ago, and he kind of networked with other, general managers and, business owners from all sorts of similar and really different facilities around the country, laser tag and, finding out, hey, this is the best way to, serve your team, your employees and the guests and get them excited and want to come back. And, here's, the cutting edge for some of these, attractions. But I'm scheduled to go to a big conference in Orlando in November called IAPA. And so it's the International Amusement Products Trade Show. I don't know exactly what the acronym means off the top of my head, but if you can imagine anything in the arcade space, amusement parks, it is so massive. It takes several days to walk the entire floor. It's that big. They have, every vendor under the sun from, China and Brazil and the United States and, South America. It is incredible. And so you meet people from all over the world that are there to try to learn how to entertain people better and provide the latest cutting edge products and technology. And so, it's my mind races for days trying to process all of that. It's really, really neat.
That is so cool. I think what's great about this is you touch any industry, right? So anybody from medical, like what we've been in, to lawyers, to businesses, to healthcare, to exercise, like anybody that has a team, you touch.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have fun. Right? Everybody wants to bring people together to do something different. And that's what you get to give them is an experience. And if people can start to learn, I think, that mindset, they then can get really creative and bring that back to their businesses to be more successful. And that's where it starts. If they don't get out of the office and get to know each other, do things that are different, then sometimes they lose staff, they get de-energized, right? They think there's no other answer or no other hope, when really it's right in front of them.
Oh, yeah. Having a good team, people that work together, isn't, it's a multiplying effect. And so when you're comfortable with each other and supporting each other and, you trust each other, I think it's really good for, what that business offers. Certainly that's been my perception throughout my career. And I want to enjoy the time. We spend a lot of time at work, and so you want to enjoy the people that you're around. And so sometimes we need to, take time to, have fun together and not only do business. And so we have a lot of different organizations, come in and see us and, act like a kid again for a couple hours. Sometimes they'll use our, our Wi-Fi or some of our spaces and, do a little business while they're in there, have some food and some refreshments. And so this is a ton of fun for me. And so trying to let people and businesses know in this area that, hey, this is a fantastic location to do it. And so sometimes it's very private. We're closed to the public, and you have, the 48,000 square feet space to, run around and goof off if, you're 20 of you or 100 of you. And so we enjoy providing that, and it's just fun to see people have a good time together.
So tell us about when you walk into Rascals, what are the games that are the most popular that you're like, hey, people may not know that we have this?
Yep. So we're always buying and adding new games. So that is the goal of ours, is to continue to increase the size of our arcade. But we've done so significantly over the last year, and we have a lot more on order that are currently in transit. The old staples of, skee ball, pop-a-shot basketball, all kinds of just, video games. Those are ton of fun, but, crane games, claw machines, string cutting type games. Those are kind of like the new wave. I get to stock them with the newest and latest prizes. And so I'm always trying to find, what's something that somebody's going to stop and have to play because the prize, they've never seen anything like that before. And so I'm always on the hunt to merchandise and find stuff that, people will love having in their house and will create a fun memory. I mean, that's what I get to do a lot. So it's really neat to do that.
It's really fun. And you have indoor karting as well. So it's just not like, hey, when the snow comes, that you close down.
No,
right?
we are all seasons. Certainly, we have more to do, and people can spread out more when it's warm out. And fortunately, I mean, we have a lot of time, and there's a lot of warm days in the winter here in Indiana. But we have indoor go-kart tracks for adults and for young kids, so young kids can actually drive some of our go-karts. And then we have this amazing duck pin bowling setup. Most people don't think of us because we only added that a couple months ago, but we're really trying to get the word out. It is the best technology on the market. It's a ton of fun to do. It's a great, team building exercise and a fun first date. So,
And your food is fabulous, right? Your food.
Yep. Right now we're a kind of a pizza heavy kitchen. And we have some other, concession style food as well, but our pizza is good. We're not satisfied with just having something folks can consume. We want it, and the feedback I get is, hey, that is really good pizza. And so that's what we want. And we want to be a fantastic opportunity for folks to come in, have a good time, have a meal, and relax, enjoy some, family friendly entertainment.
That's awesome. All right. So if you are in Johnson County, you need to go to Rascals Fun Zone here in Whiteland with Brad Goedeker. We really enjoyed you coming in and spending time with us today. This has been awesome. Anything that you want to tell us, what's coming, or any announcements?
Well, the park is trending up. We are, making changes inside and outside to make it more visually appealing and stimulating, newer games, newer prizes, a better, cleaner look and feel. We recently, within the last week, updated our logo. We're trying to bring everything up to, 2024 standards now, getting ready to, roll the calendar over here in a couple months. And so, we're not stagnant. We're aggressively making changes and just trying to connect with, groups to come in and have a good time with us.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for all you're doing. It's exciting to see you as a part of the community, especially with the Aspire group, because now we get to really bring all those 700 members and get them to know about what you're doing. So thank you very much for your time today. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Everyday Business Leaders. I hope you were as inspired as I was to think and grow from Brad Goedeker. This has been really amazing. Remember that your journey of growth and innovation never ends, and it's our mission to keep bringing you the best insights from our local community. So stay tuned for more episodes filled with wisdom, innovation, and inspiration. This is Melanie Ake signing off from JP the Geek Studio, where better IT service is just a call away. Until next time, keep improving your strategies to be a better leader every day.